Shaquille O'Neal sends 7-word verdict on Caitlin Clark's Time Athlete of the Year win. Shaquille O'Neal got right to the point when discussing Caitlin Clark winning Time Athlete of the Year for 2024. Back in September, NBA legend Shaquille O'Neal admitted that he had a change of heart regarding Indiana Fever superstar Caitlin Clark in an interview with Sports Illustrated. "Clark does everything right," Shaq said in the interview. "I never spoke about her before because Angel Reese is my girl, but I can truthfully say, Caitlin Clark is for real. I'm watching her play, and I'm trying to be upset, but she makes the right pass, makes the right play. Girls try to beat her up, and she doesn't really complain. She's a great one, even early on in her career. She's the real deal," Shaq added of Clark. "Much respect to her and her family and the way she grew up and the way she plays. All little girls should watch all the WNBA players play, but those two, Clark and Reese, are my favorite." It was really cool to hear Shaq give Clark her flowers, despite his affiliation with Reese. Since then, Clark has added multiple impressive records and accolades to her resume, perhaps the most notable being her winning Time Athlete of the Year for 2024. Shaq conducted an interview with TMZ Live that appeared to be recorded back in December, but was released on January 1. And when the topic of Clark winning this time honor was brought up, Shaq had only 7 words to express his opinion. "Congratulations to her. She's a fabulous player," Shaq said. He kept it brief when discussing Clark's time win, but went on to discuss other WNBA matters. "Caitlin, my girl Angel Reese, definitely brought a lot of publicity to the WNBA. But we can't forget about all the other WNBA greats. Aja Wilson, Sabrina Ionescu, Diana Taurasi, all the women that's playing great," he said. "They're finally getting the credit that they deserve. They play much harder than the men, they play better than the men. That's a beautiful game to watch," Shaq added. Caitlin Clark talks lifelong Chiefs fandom on Kelce Brothers podcast. WNBA and former Gowa Hockey's basketball star Caitlin Clark discussed how she's been a lifelong fan of the Kansas City Chiefs, with Travis and Jason Kelce. Clark appeared as a guest on the Kelce Brothers podcast, New Heights, this week. Clark, who will be honored in Kansas City in February, chatted with the brothers about her love for the Chiefs. "I had family in Kansas City, and I grew up in Des Moines, Iowa, which is only 3 hours from Kansas City," Clark said. "That's just the closest NFL team." While the Chiefs have received a bump in bandwagon fans and haters during this Super Bowl winning stretch, Clark said she was on board before Travis Kelce and Patrick Mahomes showed up. "My dad was a big Chiefs fan growing up," she said. "People think I'm like a bandwagon Chiefs fan. I'm like, no, I was there before Patrick and Travis. We were ride or die." Clark said she would go to one Chiefs game a year when she was growing up. "My brother loved Tony Gonzalez," she said. "We would go to one game a year growing up because my cousin was down in Kansas City." After leading Iowa to 2 straight national runner-up finishes in the NCAA women's tournament, she was selected number 1 in last season's WNBA draft. She has won numerous awards, including Time Magazine's Athlete of the Year. With Clark's arrival, the WNBA saw a ratings boost. Game 5 of the recent WNBA Finals was the most-watched finals game in 25 years. You can watch the full interview below.